Hello and welcome to the Jenkins tutorial by Night of Wisdom. I am your friend Prayas, and this is the third part of tutorial where we'll be learning what is server. So let's get started. What's for today? What is server? Why do we need a server? And demonstrate creation of EC2 instance. So let's see what is it. So what is a server? A server is a computer that provides data to other computers. So yes, my system also can act as a server if it's providing some data to other computers. Generally servers are dedicated, that is if we are assigning some task to a server, it won't perform any other task besides that task only. It will be serving only one task, that is a server. So let's see, why do we need a server? So as you guys know, we need to host an application so that others can access it. So here the server comes in, we deploy the application to server, we put our code and all its dependencies so that it can be running and others can use it. Okay, so why we do not do it in our own system? We could do that because but the problem is we cannot keep our system on for 24 hours, right? But the application should be available to the people for 24 hours. Next thing, our computer will be performing many other operations other than just serving or hosting the application. So our RAM and our processors might be busy serving other jobs as well. So that's why it is not dedicated and it might lag. So we do not want our application to lag, right? It should be faster. So let's see. Yeah, this is the great part. We'll see how to create AWS EC2 instance. So AWS is a cloud service provided by Amazon, and EC2 is just a service by it. EC2 means elastic cloud computing. So let's see a video how to create that instance. Let's get started. So for that, we'll just search AWS on Google. It leads us to AWS, that is Amazon Web Services. I can go to my account, AWS Management Console. It leads me over here. Yes. So I'll just enter my password and username. I'll just pause the video till that time. I've just entered the password and logged into AWS Management Console, guys. So this is the home page of this console. Here we can see multiple services from here as well, or you can see it over here. These are multiple services provided by Amazon. So for analytics, machine learning, big data, there are multiple services. So we need EC2 instance, right? So we'll just started with get started with this computing services, EC2. Here we enter. This is EC2 Management Console. Here we can see how many instances are running and how many hosts are there, volumes, key pairs. We'll be looking it on now. So let's get into running instances. Here it is. If we create any instance, we can see it over here. As in the last part we saw, there were two instances of AWS I took. One was for applications server and one was for Jenkins. So now we'll be creating another one. Let's see, create on launch instance. Over here you can choose any latest operating system, and I am choosing Ubuntu server 18. Okay, I'll just select it. Okay, basically this instance is also a computer. So whenever you're purchasing a computer, what do you see? You see for the RAM, right? You see for the processors how much is it having, and you see for the operating system and also the hard drive, right? How much its capacity should be. I'll just hide myself for some time. I'm gone. Okay, so over here this is general purpose instance. Okay, the type is EC2 Micro. So it comes on like what are the requirements or what are the specifications of computer. If you see, it is having number of CPUs, that is 1, so it's a single core one. Memory, that is 1, that is 1 GB RAM I'll be having. Okay, and these are just other network things given over here. And yeah, So I'm choosing this one. This is free tier eligible. So if you're using the free tier of AWS, that is for 12 months, you can choose this one. Others might be, others will be charged. This one won't be, for 720 hours a month. Okay, so we'll go on to next page. Number of instances, like I want to choose, as I've chose only 1 GB RAM and 1 GB 1 GB RAM and single core, I can choose the same instances multiple times if I want to create 2, 3, 4, but I just want one right now. I'll just choose that one. Other part of this thing we do not need right now, so we'll just choose number of instances, that is 1. I'll add up to storage. Now storage is, that is hard drive, right? We know how much hard drive my computer should be. So AWS by default gives 8 GB hard drive for the EC2 Micro, so we can choose this one. This is the type of hard drive or memory we can say. And let's get to the next one. Here you can give name to your instances, as you can see over here. Sensitive key value pairs, for example, you could define a tag with key is equals to name and value is equals to web server. We can do this later on as well. That's not necessary. This is very important, guys. Pay attention over here. This is a security group. Okay, what is security group? That is who all can access into my server or into my instance, and from what port number and what are the IP. So if here we see SSH, basically the protocol will be using to connect to EC2 instance, and SSH by default use 22 port number. That's why this is by default given, because we'll be able to access this instance by SSH service. Okay, and this is by default anywhere, so we can access it from anywhere. We can choose custom, you can give your own IP, but for now we'll be giving it anywhere. Okay, so from any IP I can access this instance on 22 port number only for now. Okay, review and launch. It will be giving you a summary, guys. How much is the RAM, how much is the processors over there, and storage as well. You can see that is 8 GB. Okay, that's my hard drive. So I'll be going to the launch part. This is the very crucial part, guys. Here we can choose a key value pair. So like this is my new computer, I can say this like in real world we can say this is a new home that I purchased. Now if I want to get inside that, I'll need a key and a lock, right? I can put that lock, and using a key I can open that lock and get into that home. So similarly, for keeping it secure and accessing it, I should be creating a key value. I can choose existing one as well, but for this tutorial I'll be creating a new one, and we can give any name. I'll be giving it as demo key. That's done. Download key pair. So it will be downloading the key at your in your own system, guys. You can choose. I'm just choosing it to downloads. It will be keeping it to downloads. Download demo underscore key. Once this key is downloaded, guys, you can't download it again. So be sure that it has been downloaded to your system. If we want, we can go on to downloads folder and we can check if demo key has been downloaded over here. Demo key, yes. If I see this key is over here, so it's successfully created. Then I can go to launch instances. Yes, cool. So my instance is launched now, and it is just initializing that one. It takes around 5 to 10 seconds, guys. It will be done shortly. So this part you will see, guys, this is the public IP for my instance. Okay, if I close this one, I can see other instances as well, but I just need this one. I'll give it a name, server. Okay, it's given. Now with that, this is the public IP, guys. So if I want to access the system or any service, I'll have to use this public IP. Okay, so let's see how to connect to the server. This is the connect button. If you click over here, it will be giving you what all steps you need to follow. So this is one time a command, guys. You'll have to do this. Your key must not be publicly viewable for SSH to work. Okay, so this permissions I'll have to give it to my key that has been downloaded. So obviously it is in downloads folder, so I'll have to go to the downloads folder. I'll just close this one as well. This is also not needed now. Close. Okay, CD downloads. I'm over here, and I'll just put this command. So chmod 400, change mode 400. 400 is the permission that we are giving to this demo underscore pem key that we have just downloaded. Now it's done, and we can successfully log into our EC2 service or EC2 instance now. So I've just copied this command, ssh-i, then this private key, and this is the address of the instance. So this Ubuntu is the username, and this is basically the address where my instance is. This is the endpoint, guys, that AWS is giving. So let's see. When we are over here, what I can do, I'll just do ssh-i demo underscore key .pem. If I do this, guys, I'll be able to get into the instance. I'll just bring myself in. Yeah, okay. So this is where, guys, it will be asking that authenticity of this host is can't be established. That means this is not authenticated, or this is not known to my computer. So suppose if you're going to someone else's house and they don't know you, right? They could harm you because you don't know who are they, or they even don't know what who you are. So they might think you are a thief. They could attack you. This will be harmful for you. So in this place, with servers or with instances, the other instance might cause damage or harm to my instance. That's why it's asking that is that host authentic. So I'll just choose over here. Yes, it is right. I know this part. So if we see over here, this sentence permanently added this instance that we chose to known of to list of known hosts. Known hosts is like my relatives, we can say, or my friends in real life. So they know, like we know that these people are like I have no harm in going there, so they are my related ones. So now if I just do exit over here and try to run that same command again, it won't ask me again this permission thing. Okay, because it knows that it is the known one, so I have no harm in getting there. Cool. So now previously, guys, if we saw, this was my local computer. Okay, and this is my EC2 instance. I've got connected over here, and so this is the difference, guys. Whenever you see over here you see your username and your systems, and here in the EC2 instances you'll see the username as Ubuntu, and this is the IP addresses. Okay, now I can do who am I. It will show Ubuntu. This is the username. So whenever you are accessing an instance, guys, you have to mention this username, which is the username of your instance. Okay, and then EC2 is the address, like EC2 is a service, and this is the IP address, we can say, and this is the endpoint of given by AWS to my instance, where that instance is hosted. So we'll understand this command ssh-i demo underscore key.pem. SSH, guys, is the protocol, as I said, to connect to this instance. Then -i is the identity or identification. So this is the private key that is required to open the lock, guys. That is public key. Public key can be considered as a lock. Private key is a key to that. Okay, so guys, whenever I have entered this instance, I need to perform few things mandatorily so that I can get into this instance next time if this instance is restarted. So what are the steps? Let's see. First we'll do, I'll just clear the screen once, sudo ufw allow 22/tcp. So let's understand this command, guys. Sudo is for super user, permissions as a super user. ufw, guys, is a firewall built in Ubuntu. This is uncomplicated firewall, and we're allowing the 22 port number to be accessed from outside. So as we discussed, 22 is the basic default port number that SSH will be using, and TCP is the protocol, guys, that we are allowing to access from outside. That's done. So I've allowed the port number 22 to be accessed from outside, guys, and once it's done, I'll just enable the firewall. If I see the status right now, it's inactive. Now if I enable it, it's on. It will ask you, it may disrupt existing SSH connections. Yes, it should be modified, so that's why I have pressed Y. That's yes. And if I see the status, 22 port number is allowed, guys. So what our next step should be, so whenever you purchase a new computer, what do? Yeah, you update it, right? So the same thing, I'll be doing it over here, sudo apt-get update. In Ubuntu, guys, update is not actually updating your system. It actually tells you the packages that can be updated. So when I do apt-get update, it will be telling me the packages that should be updated. These are the ones. And when I do upgrade, that time actually the dependencies or these packages will be updated. So it will be downloading those things from now. So it is getting it, that's downloading, then it's extracting and settling up whatever things it needs to set up, right? It will be making some changes. It will be making some changes. That's what it's doing right now. It takes a little time, guys. It's just happening. Cool, it's done. So my system is updated now. So that's it for this tutorial, guys. We have created the EC2 instance, we have learned what is a server, and we have ensured that from the next time I should be able to access this instance. In the next tutorial, we'll be learning what is deployment, and we'll be deploying a basic Flask application. I'll be telling you the steps or how we can deploy the JavaScript frameworks or the Scala frameworks, Java ones, whatever. Those will be the tips. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Please like and share. Also subscribe to the channel for getting next videos.